Hoàng Văn Phương was born on June 15, 1990, in Hanoi, Vietnam. Raised in a family with a strong emphasis on academics, Phuong's early childhood was characterized by an environment that encouraged intellectual development. However, sports were a significant part of his life, with his parents believing in the importance of physical activity for fostering discipline, teamwork, and resilience. Although his family did not have any professional athletes, sports were a part of daily life, with his father often taking him to local parks to practice basketball and football. These early experiences ignited Phuong's passion for sports, but it wasn't until his early teens that he found his true calling in volleyball. Phuong began playing volleyball at the age of 13 when he enrolled in the Hanoi Sports School, a specialized institution for athletes. Initially, he struggled to adjust to the high standards of the academy, as his technical skills were not as polished as those of his peers. Despite these early challenges, Phuong's work ethic, natural athleticism, and ability to learn quickly allowed him to make significant strides in a short amount of time. His coaches quickly took notice of his strong physique, quick reflexes, and leadership potential, all of which set him apart as a rising talent. By the time he was 15, Phuong had already developed a keen understanding of the game's tactical aspects. His height, 1.95 meters, and powerful build made him an imposing figure on the court, and he became known for his impressive blocking skills. Although initially assigned as an outside hitter, he gradually transitioned into the role of a middle blocker, where his height and blocking abilities were maximized. Phuong's progression through the youth system was swift, and at the age of 17, he was selected to join the Vietnamese national youth team for international competitions, marking the beginning of his professional career. Rise to prominence. Hoàng Văn Phuong's rise to prominence in the world of volleyball came during the late 2000s and early 2010s. His inclusion in the Vietnamese national youth team at just 17 years old provided him with invaluable international experience, which accelerated his development as a player. Phuong quickly made a name for himself as a strong and reliable middle blocker, known for his powerful spikes and solid defensive skills. He excelled in both domestic and international competitions, gaining recognition in Southeast Asia and eventually attracting the attention of top coaches and teams across the region. Phuong's first major breakthrough on the international stage came in 2008 when he helped lead the Vietnamese youth team to the semi-finals of the Asian Youth Volleyball Championship. This was a major achievement for Vietnamese volleyball, as it marked the country's emergence as a serious contender on the Asian volleyball scene. Phuong's performance during the competition, particularly his blocking and attacking skills, earned him a place in the senior national team at the young age of 18. In 2010, Phuong's career took another significant step forward when he made his debut for the Vietnamese national team at the Southeast Asian Games. The tournament, held in Laos, was one of the most important regional competitions for Southeast Asian nations, and it provided Phuong with a platform to showcase his growing skills against some of the top teams in the region. Although Vietnam did not win a medal in that year's competition, Phuong's standout performances earned him widespread recognition as one of the country's brightest volleyball prospects. Following his performance at the Southeast Asian Games, Phuong's reputation grew and he began to secure a more prominent role on the national team. In 2011, he played a pivotal role in Vietnam's bronze medal finish at the Southeast Asian Volleyball Championship, an achievement that further solidified his place as one of Vietnam's premier volleyball players. His blocking ability, as well as his consistency in both offense and defense, made him an invaluable asset to the team. During this period, Phuong developed into a versatile player, excelling in multiple facets of the game, including serving and spiking. In 2012, Phuong's continued success on the national team saw him selected to participate in the AVC Cup, where he faced off against the top teams in Asia. His performances at the tournament helped cement his status as one of the best middle blockers in the region, as he contributed both offensively and defensively. His ability to read the game, combined with his physical strength and agility, made him a key figure for Vietnam. Career peak and main achievements. The peak of Hoàng Văn Phuong's career came in the mid-2010s when he reached the pinnacle of his abilities, both individually and as part of the Vietnamese national team. Phuong's leadership on the court, along with his exceptional blocking, spiking, and serving abilities, made him one of the top players in Southeast Asia. His combination of height, athleticism, and skill allowed him to excel at the highest levels of international volleyball. In 2015, Phuong helped lead the Vietnamese national team to a historic silver medal at the Southeast Asian Games, the country's best ever finish in the competition. The team's remarkable run to the final was one of the standout moments in Vietnam's volleyball history, and Phuong played a crucial role in the team's success. His dominant performances in both the group stage and knockout rounds showcased his all-around ability, and his powerful spikes were a key factor in Vietnam's ability to compete against regional giants like Thailand and Indonesia. Although Vietnam lost to Thailand in the final, the silver medal was a significant achievement and firmly established Phuong as one of the top volleyball players in the region. Phuong's success at the Southeast Asian Games was followed by more accomplishments at the Asian Volleyball Championship. In 2016, he helped Vietnam secure their best ever finish at the competition, finishing in the top 8. His performances throughout the tournament, especially his blocking and defensive skills, earned him recognition as one of the best middle blockers in Asia. Phuong's ability to perform under pressure, particularly in the high-stakes matches against stronger teams, further cemented his reputation as a player capable of excelling in international competition. Domestically, Phuong continued to dominate the Vietnamese Volleyball League, where he played for his club team in Hanoi. Under his leadership, his club team won several championships, and Phuong was often named the league's best player. His strong performances at both the club and national levels made him one of the most well-known athletes in Vietnam, and he became a role model for younger players across the country. In recognition of his achievements, Phuong was named the Vietnamese Volleyball Player of the Year in 2017, marking the peak of his individual career. Throughout his career, Phuong was not only a standout on the court but also a leader who inspired his teammates with his work ethic and dedication. His leadership qualities were highlighted during key tournaments, where he consistently motivated and guided the team through challenging moments. His ability to remain calm under pressure and his focus on team cohesion were essential to Vietnam's success during his peak years. Final years and transition. As Hoàng Văn Phương entered his 30s, the physical demands of professional volleyball began to take a toll. While he remained a key figure for the Vietnamese national team and continued to perform at a high level, the wear and tear from years of competitive play made it more difficult for him to maintain his peak performance. In 2021, Phuong made the decision to gradually reduce his involvement with the national team, though he continued to play at the club level. Phuong's decision to retire from the national team marked the end of an era in Vietnamese volleyball. His contributions to the national team, including his role in helping to raise the profile of Vietnamese volleyball on the international stage, left a lasting impact. His departure from the national team was met with mixed emotions by fans and teammates, who appreciated his leadership, skill, and unwavering commitment to the sport. Even as he stepped back from international competition, Phuong remained active in the sport. He continued to play in the Vietnamese Volleyball League, where he served as both a player and a mentor for younger athletes. His leadership on and off the court helped develop the next generation of volleyball talent in Vietnam, and he took on coaching responsibilities with his club team, helping to guide young players and pass on his knowledge of the game. By 2023, Phuong announced his official retirement from professional volleyball. His decision was a bittersweet moment for the sport in Vietnam, as his career had been marked by excellence, dedication, and a passion for the game. Following his retirement, Phuong shifted his focus toward coaching, player development, and promoting volleyball in Vietnam. His deep understanding of the game, combined with his leadership skills, made him an ideal mentor for aspiring players.